Okay, I wanted to go over a few examples of each type of problem from this practice 1. Alright, so solving equations, we want to keep in mind that we always want to do the opposite operation, or the inverse operation, to solve for the variable and isolate the variable, get the variable by itself. So as we're looking at, let's say problem number 1 here, we have p plus 16 equals 32. If I want to get the variable by itself, I need to undo this adding 16. So to cancel it out, I would subtract 16. And to keep the equation in balance, whatever we do to one side, we have to do to the other. So I'm going to subtract on the other side of the equal sign as well. And then we can show that positive 16 and the negative 16 would cancel out, bring down our variable, and then we're going to subtract this other side. 32 minus 16 would leave us with 16. And now we have just our variable equals 16. Alright, scooting down, let's take a look at the number 3 here. So now this one is a little bit different as well. The variable's on the other side of the equal sign, but that's okay. So I want to go to where the variable is and read what's happening. It's x minus 15. I want to undo that, so I'm going to add 15 to cancel out what's by the variable. Add 15 here. Whatever we do to one side, I have to do to the other side. Keep it in balance. We can show that those would cancel, and that's what we want. We have our x equals, and then we can add up this other side. A negative 20 plus 15 gives us a negative 5. And you are allowed to double check your math, especially with your positives and negatives in your calculator if you want to double check that. Okay, and it's okay to write, leave it like this, or if you like having your variable on the left, you can also change it around. Those two things are saying the same thing. So x equals negative 5 would be our answer. Okay, another type. Now let's read this, number 5, moving down the page here. So now when a number is right next to a variable, this is a multiplication. It's saying negative 7 times n. We don't see the multiplication sign, but in algebra, when they're right next to each other, that is saying multiplication. So we look, that's what's going on by the variable, and I want to undo the multiplication. So instead of multiplying by negative 7, I want to divide by negative 7. Whatever we do to one side, we have to do to the other side. And what happens here is a negative 7 divided by negative 7 cancels to 1. So there's our 1n is the same as just n. And then we can divide the other side. Negative 35 divided by a negative 7 becomes a positive 5. Okay, another type of one-step equation that you're going to see. So all of these just require you a one-step. You're going to add, subtract, multiply, or divide to solve for the variable. So another type, again, go by the variable and read what's there. P divided by 4. And you want to always think of the opposite operation. So if I divide by 4 and I want to undo that, I'm going to have to cancel it out by multiplying by 4. So I can multiply this side by 4, and it's really like I could also say it's 4 over 1. Whatever I multiply on one side, I have to multiply on the other side. So I'm multiplying by 4 on both sides, and then these cross-cancel for us. So there's my variable, that's what I want. And negative 10 times 4 leaves us with negative 40. Okay, so those are all the types of one-step equations that are on that side. That gives you a little start on that page.